All right, well, welcome back, everyone. Is your six covered? Appreciate you showing up. And the topics are thin, and the T is low. So let's see how far down we can go. The rabbit hole. All right. Lynn Holt came in first place today. Andy Lau. Good evening. Good evening. Gabdor's out there. 45 Auto. Nancy Mink. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. We'll wait for people to show up. Appreciate the thumbs ups. Wasn't going to do a live chat, but I figured, you know what? We got this cool little community where we all kind of know that most of the time we can hang out, talk firearms, and just relax for a little while. A little hour, usually hour and a half. Sometimes we get a little crazy. We go for 2 hours, depending on the topics. But you never know what's going to happen. It could be a super educational video. It could be one that's just a bunch of BS, having fun, talking about nothing. But we'll see what happens tonight. We'll see what kind of comments you guys get in there, and maybe we'll start some topics off of your comments. So if you got a question, if you just want to BS and have fun, you're at the right place. Welcome, Richard Arthur, Orion Fixer. Oh yeah, appreciate, no problem. Yeah, I like putting those videos out. Hopefully those trying to do some like small little mini training videos for some of you guys that may be interested in getting into NRL or PRS style matches, especially kind of the 22 stuff. I did shoot center fire yesterday, and I did shoot the 6 Dasher for the first time yesterday in the AI. So that new Accuracy International. I don't know if you guys got a chance. What's up, Matt? How you doing? Appreciate you showing up there. RTT, Guns and Gear. Old YouTube buddy of mine's been around a long time. Jeff Lewis, JT Holds, Carrie Emery. Welcome, welcome. DW. Richard Arthur. Thoughts on the AI ATX? I was thinking of having Kenny do a rifle, but the off the shelf is appealing. It was a great rifle. The first impressions, I guess we could start off with that. It is red, so that's kind of can be a great thing, or depending on how flashy you want to get. I do have one rifle we call the Skittles, which is quite obnoxious and kind of cool all at the same time, especially for those of you guys that might have seen it in person. It does look a little bit different in person than it does when the camera's on it. So with that said, some like it, some hate it, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's not their rifle anyways. But it is easy to find, let me tell you. It is easy to find. Thoughts on that AI that I got to shoot. So we got to shoot it in a few configurations. We shot it in the 6.5 Creedmoor that it comes with. We shot it in the 6 Creed and then the 6 Dasher as well. I have shot 6.5 before. I've shot 6 Creed before, but I did shoot that rifle with the 6 Dasher. I wanted to see recoil, how it felt on different barricades, and kind of get an idea of. I'm really thinking about going Dasher as my next barrel for my Skittles rifle. Kenny has my other barrel sitting there kind of waiting for me to figure out what I want to shoot, or what caliber I should say. Welcome, John Kreideman, John Rollins. How many rifles do I own? That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure I know the answer to that one. I got more than enough. How's that? I got one for every hobby at least, and quite a few extras depending on what I'm doing. So it was a fun rifle to shoot. It is the recoil did seem, actually it didn't seem, it was actually there was more recoil in the 6 Dasher compared to my 6 Creedmoor. Some of you guys are like, that's impossible. But do remember, I have a very big truck axle barrel on the end of that 6 Creedmoor. So I can't take that away from the AI. That thing, once you were to own it and it was yours and you could balance it the way you wanted, add more weight, even get a heavier contour barrel for it, depending on what style matches you're going to shoot. If you're going to shoot PRS, I would probably throw on a bigger barrel, a little longer and a little heavier. That would be something I would order if I was going to shoot that rifle. But it was nice. It's a 3-lug Nation, which is really 6-lug in the AI. It does have a 60-degree bolt throw. And I do prefer the 60-degree bolt throw, especially in my Curtis action. The thing is butter smooth. Lifting, I think a lot of it had to do with the ammo that we were shooting. In the 6-dasher, it was a reload, kind of just put it together real quick. But the tolerances were a little tight, so I don't think it was the rifle. I think it was the chamber was a little tight. Maybe he needed to trim the brass a little more. And I know we're working on putting up some data for that as well, being able to make a round dedicated for that barrel. So I think a lot of it had to do with that. But at the time, basically trying to utilize the bolt, there was a point where I was on a barricade and I went to rack the bolt and the rifle actually turned, which usually doesn't happen. So there was some lockup in there, a little bit more tight than I'm used to. So it did actually turn the rifle to the side, to the left. But I think just getting used to it, I think I only shot like maybe 8 or 10, maybe 12 at the most rounds out of it. So I can't give you any conclusions to how great the rifle is or how horrible it is, because for one, it wouldn't be a service to AI because I didn't put enough time behind that rifle to even give an opinion. So I'm just kind of telling you some of the things that I had noticed when I was shooting the rifle. But very nice. I've always liked the Accuracy Internationals. Got to shoot one for the first time like 3.5 years ago. It was actually X-Rings rifle, and it was a pleasure to shoot. And I think I might have shot out to 1,000 yards that day utilizing that. I think it was in 6.5 Creedmoor at the time. But let's get back on these comments. So that's Richard Arthur. That's kind of my answer to your question there. And whoa, just kind of went. Let's see. El Gato Grande, 9064. What's up, buddy? Next time, make sure your batteries are charged and you don't leave your keys in the car with your phone. Just saying, my man. No, I had seen that post on Facebook. Smoky Mountain Boys is out there. Get your ass out of bed. I love saying that. It's so funny. Everybody I call in the morning, usually I'll say, get your ass out of bed. Let me jump up to the top here and finish where I ended. So, okay, there's Richard's question. John Rollins, welcome. Let's see, Joaquin Jack Nava, listen in mode only. No worries, you drive safe, my man. Big countries out there. M. Bailey, 1607. How you doing? What NRL matches are you doing this year? Whew. I got to look up my calendar banner thing. Actually, I only have 2 matches on the calendar for so far, and it's next weekend, this Saturday at Virtue of Defense in North Carolina. It's at Old Fort, or I should say the town of Old Fort, basically. That one's this weekend, and then the weekend after that, I'll be shooting in South Carolina at Clinton House for another 22 NRL match as well, but it's can't think of the word, outlaw match, so it's not really a sanctioned NRL match. Is your 6 cover? Quick update on my belt. Playing with my belt and getting used to it. Seems to have smoothed out the buckle a little bit. Definitely improving. Good to hear, Shaggy Rothman. You're killing me, Smalls. Welcome, Thomas. Hopefully you are driving safe, or maybe hopefully not driving, and maybe you're just sitting around. But today's video is not sponsored by Milo's Sweet Tea, so we'll be drinking that tonight. Tommy Weeks is out there. I appreciate it, Tommy. Sometimes we've got some good stuff in here as far as information. Sometimes I just like jumping on here and saying hello to all you great folks and more or less BS, have some fun. But depending on the topics that pop up, we'll see. We got K24, welcome. Sean Davis, George Wilson. The CZ chamber flag arrived today, along with you a couple extra goodies. Thank you very much. All right, George Wilson. Glad you ended up getting that. Man, it seems like it took forever. I remember you were far away. Oh, that's right. You were in, where the hell did I ship that off to? Man, my brain's gone. George, remind us where you were at. I can't remember. I know you were somewhere far, far away. Far, far away. Defending the Constitution with firearms can be addicting. That's right, DW. Dryan's out there. Welcome to the show. Nancy Meek. Will the ATX accept a 223 barrel without changing the bolt? No, you're looking at a 308 family cartridge. So you're looking at like all the 6.5, the 6, all that kind of stuff, which is built around a 308 cartridge. If you were to switch over, you would need, it is a short action, but you would need to change a few things. Cobra buckles. Oh, that's right. You had a Cobra buckle that was all kind of grindy, right? Keith Gregory, welcome to the show. Oh, message retracted. Didn't see that one. Jason Hunt, welcome, welcome. Hola. El gato. Mano018, good evening. Tommy says, why Matrix chassis versus the MPA? They're both MPA chassis. The only difference is the Matrix. The Matrix is centered around, in my opinion, more of a center fire rifle. There's a lot more weight in the butt of the stock, and it, with the normal barrel, like a nice truck axle barrel, 27-inch kind of center fire, PRS style kind of shooting, it's going to make it very more balanced, a lot more balanced. I am throwing it on a 20-inch MTU Contour Voodoo, basically, ace barrel, and it is a little butt heavy right now. But I do have some things showing up, and as soon as those show up, I'll put a video out, and you'll see a pretty nice rifle when it's done. I think it's taken so long because I actually got it coated in the same color as the rifle, so we'll see what happens. But that should widen the bottom of my rail, basically, another 1.5 inches. So I won't be running, I'm trying not to run a regular plate. I'll just be running that whole thing. So the thing will be full length plate, basically. You'll still be able to use, all your attachments on the Arca rail and all that. What's up, Andrew Gun Guy? So that's the reason why I went with the Matrix. I like things about it and other things I don't like about it. My other rifle, which is right there, that is in the hybrid, the BA hybrid. Really enjoy that chassis, but I was hoping to see if my son kind of put a little bug in his ear, and I'm waiting for him to actually ask. So I'm not pushing him, but I want to see if he's going to want to shoot. So I'm kind of giving him the lighter rifle. He is taller than me, but I think he's only 18, so I'll give him the lighter rifle and see what happens. Hopefully he'll want to shoot soon, so we'll see. So that's kind of what I'm doing with that. Andrew, welcome. Bravo 1 Actual, how you doing? Big Country, Keith Gregory. Have you ever shot a Springfield Hellcat? I have not, actually. Heard good things about them. The round count is nice. We went from that Glock 43, which was kind of cutting edge a little bit there for a while, and then you had the SIG 365 kind of came out, and you had 12 rounds, and then basically the Hellcat came out. Everybody's fighting for the most rounds. Pretty soon it's just going to be magic. Like, this thing holds 15 rounds without even being able to actually hold 15 rounds. Just going to be some type of magic voodoo in order to hold all the rounds in there. So they're figuring out ways to stack ammo better and still not increase the size for a carry gun. So it's pretty awesome. But I have not shot one. I don't know how great they are. Maybe it's horrible. I'm not sure. But I have heard good stuff about them. What the hell, Jerry Parker says. Hey, everybody, hit that like button. Yeah, if you guys get a chance, hit the like button. There is 81 people watching, and there's 50 thumbs up. So some of you guys are being lazy bones. You lazy bones. Otter's out there. Welcome, Otter. from across the way. Otter, where's Otter at? Greenland. No, he's in Iceland. Otter is watching this right now from Iceland, if you guys did not know. So welcome to the show. Killer Data's out there. He says hit the thumbs up button as well. Would a Mark IV 4x14x50 be a good scope for 22 long rifle? Yeah, I would say most, unless I'm doing a zero, if I'm trying to get a zero at 50 yards, that's about the only time I'm really like cranked all the way up in power. Other than that, I'm always right around 12, 13-ish. I'll get done with the stage and try to look at what I'm at. And it's usually right around 12. It depends on how far the target is, of course. So if you're shooting NRL X, 22 rimfire stuff, you know, having a little more power sometimes can be a good thing, depending on what you're doing. The most important thing is just to go show up. Oh, Applied Performance is here. Applied Performance, I watched your video where you were teaching some pistol. That's pretty cool. I watched that on the way to work, actually. So welcome to the show. Any plans to build a PRS gas gun? No plans on building a gas gun. I think, where was I? The last match I shot that was gas gun. Oh, that was in New Mexico. We shot that team sniper match, the Team Safari Challenge put on by Competition Dynamics. That was fun, but nah, if I like bolt guns, I'd rather just shoot bolt guns. Hey, were you an X-ring ever in the military? Gabdor, great question. No, we were not. X-ring, he said it on here before. He's Leo, and I'm retired fire. I did 31 years in the fire service, and now I make suppressors and knives, which is totally weird. I actually had to clock in when I first got hired. That was the first time I ever clocked in my entire life, basically. So it was kind of weird. Papa's Place is out there. Welcome, Les. Hopefully you're doing good. How many mags do you have for each of your center fire rifles? For the Voodoos, center fire, right around 3. Sometimes it depends on what it is. If it's AR platform stuff, I got quite a few more than that. But for the most part, I'm kind of looking around, seeing what I got. I would say at least 3 or 4. Also have any F3R mount. Also have an F3R mount coming once it's back in stock. Talked to Cody today. Oh, good to hear. It's Chase. It's a great scope mount, especially for the price. You can actually buy 2 F3R scopes mounts if you are needing a couple instead of a spur. A spur mount is basically twice the cost. They're great mounts. They are beefy and hefty. Let me tell you, they're built to withstand the abuse. Oh, that's right. George Wilson was in Alberta, Canada. Well, let's see what else we got out here. How often do you clean your rifle? The center fire and the rim fire are pretty much the same. We try to do it every 200 to 300 rounds. Depending on some days I'm at the range with the 22 rim fire, and I'll put 300, 400, or 500 rounds through it in a day. So I won't stop to clean it. I'll shoot it. Sometimes there is a few times that I get lazy and I'll actually shoot the next match. And so I'm basically going to a match with probably like 600-700 rounds. You know, if I shot like 500 by the end of the match, I'm at like 650, depending on what the round count is. But your best bet is to do it right around 2 to 3. And then don't forget, you got to foul the barrel again. So that's about 15 to 18 rounds in the center or the rim fire. The Tika takes about 6 rounds to foul the barrel, and my Skittles rifle, I don't remember because I haven't shot it enough lately. Yesterday was the first time I had shot it in a long time. So trying to get out. I'm trying to start doing some center fire stuff again. Let's see. Let me catch up. Look at the scores for the 22 shoot this Saturday, and found my son got highest score on one stage. Can't tell you how proud of him I am. That's awesome, Big Country. That makes it nice. I know. I'm really hoping my son decides to do some shooting with me. We'll see. Gordon Hebert, welcome to the show. How many Voodoos do you own currently? I have 2, Gordon. I have an 18-inch and I have a 20-inch. Only difference is the barrel. The 18-inch is a kukri barrel or contour, and then the 20-inch is the MTU contour. So a little bit longer, a little bit fatter. And they're both on MPA chassis. The 18-inch is on the BA Hybrid, and the 20-inch is on the Matrix. Same color, same scopes. Actually, I took the scope off that one and put it on the centerfire rifle yesterday. Let's see here. Kind of itching for an AR-10. Those are nice, Abigail, for sure. Welcome to the show, Abigail. Nice to see you out there. I don't know. I'm just not into the gas guns right now. Everything like 3-gun, even shotgun. Most of you guys know I was a huge shotgun. Love sporting clay. Did a lot of competitions in sporting clay. And then I started getting into 3-gun. Now I'm doing the whole precision long range stuff. And for some reason, that just has really, I've really like dove deep into this rabbit hole. It seems a lot more fun, more enjoyable to me. Something more on the lines of accuracy instead of accuracy by volume, kind of per se. So a little more enjoyable. Does the BA Hybrid have an integrated ARCA rail, or do you have to? No, it has an integrated ARCA rail. They both do, the Matrix and the BA Hybrid. What up, Drew Bradley? My channel got deleted last night during a great live podcast. Got home today at about 5 p.m. and it was back on. Huh. Wow. What are you doing? What are you doing on the live podcast, buddy? You must have been showing firearms like me. Oh, no problem, Tommy. Glad I could help you out. That's the reason why we do this. I really feel like one of my things that I enjoy the most is trying to get you guys to get out and shoot. Try to be an ambassador of the shooting community. When I was shooting 3-gun, I was trying to get people to shoot 3-gun or whatever I was doing. I think it's, we have the ability to reach everybody out here watching, along with the people that will watch this afterwards. And I think as a good 2A supporter, us trying to get the next generation to come in. And in order to do that is to talk you guys into shooting competitions so that you may bring your nieces and nephews, your sons and daughters, whatever the case is. Hopefully you guys are doing that for us. Let's see. Coming down the hill. Drive safe, Thomas. Let's see. What is the furthest you've ever shot in competition and not? Great question again, Gabdor. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I apologize if I'm not. The farthest shot I ever shot in competition was in Utah. It was, I don't remember what stage number it was. I had only shot out to 700 yards with my Tika rifle, and I was the first one up on stage, whatever it was. And I was the first shooter for that stage. And it was like, it's been a year now, so I forgot. It was like 1,200 or 1,300 yards. And I did horrible, and I learned a lot. And that was the farthest I ever tried to shoot. And then the farthest I've ever hit was, I think it was 1,200, 1,125 or something like that at the day before that match. The people were super friendly. All I could say is go back and watch those videos of when we shot that PRS match. I can't remember his name, but he owned a gun company. And he actually said, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" He's super, just, I don't even know what the word would be. Like, hey, come on. You like instantly were one of his best friends. Like, hey, come on, let's go shoot if you're not doing anything. And after that, we had like a big crawfish broil thing. It was really cool. It was just super excited and nice of him to invite us. So the people that we met there were very, very down to earth, very nice, and very friendly. Like you would see at most matches, but they went above and beyond. They were very nice. Let's see here. Bad Billy's out there. Welcome. Do you like the thumb hole on the Matrix better than the BA hybrid? No, I don't. But you know how you're like, most of you guys probably are. You're kind of stubborn in your ways, and you're like, I'm going to make it work. I want to try to make this be the, you spend the money on the chassis. I don't not like it, but when you wrap your thumb when you're holding it or carrying it or moving it from position to position, it is a little bit easier just to like wrap your thumb around a normal grip compared to trying to get it through that hole. But it's really not a big deal either way. It's not like a make or break kind of thing. That's not driving me crazy at all. Drew Bradley is a rebel, John Kreiderman. You should know this by now. Let's see, another question. What's up, DW? I clean my guns whenever I get bored and if they actually need it, but I haven't cleaned my 11.5 in over 600 rounds. Just keep it lubed. Yeah, I think most guns, unless you're out in the middle of the field in moon dust like we were in Utah, most firearms really like some type of lube or grease. But out there, it was actually better to run your bolt dry, just so you would not get all that madness of moon dust. You could hear it as you're grinding the bolt. It was horrible. It just sounded like you took your brand new car and just like ran a key across it. You're just that sad. It was like, oh, that couldn't be good. I want a 20-inch AR-10, 6.5 Creedmoor, 1-6 for every deers and hogs and tyrants. You guys are doing an awesome job of sharing the knowledge. Oh, appreciate it, Gordon. We try. I mean, obviously Ray has a lot more experience, and he's won a lot of competitions throughout all the different sports of shooting. But being able to learn from him is definitely beneficial, and doing things like this I really enjoy. So hopefully, if we could help a few people out there, it is what it is. We get to shoot with 6 rudders in Clinton House. So I don't know if you're signed up for the other match or not, but it's going to be cool seeing another YouTuber out there. So Ramsey Country, welcome, my friend. Let's see. Bad Billy likes the thumb hole stock for hunting. I mean, shit work. Yeah, Charles Tiffy says it well. He says, I make my shit work. If I don't like it, I modify it or sell it and try something new. Yeah, Ray cringes when I come up with an idea. I mean, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to paint something. I'm not afraid to grind on it, drill holes in it. Whatever's going to make it more user-friendly for me. And I've been that way for a long time. Actually, I have an M1 carbine that's over there that I bought. It was my first rifle when I turned 18. And at the time, and hell, still now, the grips on an M1 carbine are really fat. So I decided to basically whittle down the grip and kind of made it so it kind of went around my hand like I wanted, like a custom grip. And so I've been doing stuff like that for a long time. What is going on? What the heck? What the Sam heck?
Are we talking about guns?
Yeah, that's all we know what I talk about. Let's see, Microtech LUDT is. Oh, so did Andrew get his?
Yes, he did, and he says it's the sharpest knife. as ever.
Is it the cat's meow? Oh no, Ray's bringing parts.
All right.
Well, if you don't know who this knucklehead is,
Here we go. Welcome. Hello, everyone. I got a new toy. Can anybody tell me what that is and what it goes to?
it's a flute.
I'll give you a hint. That's the bolt for it. Anyone?
Let me see that. Oh, I know what that is.
Let's see if they guess. What is up, Drew Bradley? Big country.
How about looking at this? This might help.
Don't give too much away. Don't give too much away. All right. What's up? Reloading from the hot pot. I have a
What's up, Gene?
I have another really cool, man. This is like the
You're
week
so
for
excited.
just crazy rifles.
You know-
ATX just released the video if you guys hadn't seen it, but I have another cool one that some of you guys will really appreciate.
Before you answer that question,
We want to go a little bigger, Marcus. A little bigger.
now I know you got to change the bolt out, but there was a question out there. God, look at that. 3 more months and it'll be out of there.
Looks like a 50 cal. No, a little small.
What's the man?
Oh, Bad Billy.
Oh,
Yes. Okay.
snap.
So we can't show anything too crazy. I know one person on this chat will know exactly what this is.
I know
He goes by the name. You don't count. He goes by the name of Andrew.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my gosh. You knocked over the whiteboard of wisdom.
The whiteboard of knowledge.
Oh.
Anyone? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I'm gonna give you a big hint. Okay, I'm gonna give you an upside down big hint. There we go. I'm sure they can see that. And that doesn't say Garrett either.
Shibal what's going
What's
on?
up?
Marcus Parker's out there, 6'5" PRC, said, no, got to go bigger than that.
What's up, Andrew? How's it going?
Let's see.
Making sure we're not missing any comments. We're going back up to the top, coming back down.
Oh, Orson Humphrey said, just got here. Did 50 practice stages today. That's good to hear, Orson. That 50 practice stages is gonna be, you're gonna look like a rock star come Saturday.
Orson?
Size barrel's fine. All right. Gordon Huber says fluted barrel with a new AI ATX.
Are you guys neighbors? Do I live upstairs? Gabor, I just live right down the road.
Yeah.
Marcus Parker. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. So basically, I've got one to review for an extended time. I used to own one of these. I actually won one from a sniper comp that I had won, and it was a great rifle, but it was the Gen 1. This is the Gen 2. This seems a lot lighter. It seems a little more, I'm going to say the word.
Amore.
Rudimentary. It is more.
Dear Watson.
It's more cavemanish. No, it doesn't seem as refined.
Looks like an AK. Like,
too bad we can't show you guys. You know what? We could. I'm going to hang it on the wall.
I don't know if it's long enough.
Well, no, it's long enough. Trust me.
Without the barrel.
What?
Oh, it slices, it dices.
All right.
Damn. That's pretty.
All right. Let's see if we can get a little bit of light up here.
Oh, yeah. That should
They
stay
gonna be
up
able to
there.
see that? Yeah. I bet.
Well, you're going to have to turn the camera,
All right,
knucklehead.
here we go.
No.
Hold on. There it is, right there. That one.
Oh, my God, he touched it.
Now this is
Don't touch it.
This is in the 308 configuration, but this is in the 300 Winnie with a really short barrel. But we also have it in 338 Lapua Magnum.
Magnum.
So that's it. Back to our scheduled broadcast. He's out of control.
He's out of control. The comment section is out of control. It's a tactical walking stick for old guys like you.
Did somebody actually said that?
Well, part of it. I added on a little bit. Ad-libbed. It's like a large bolt.
223 barrel and ATX. Not yet. They are working on that. They said they wanted to get all of the kinks with the magazine worked out so that they didn't have any issues with it. And so I'm trying to catch up on some of these. It is an MRAD mag.
I was hoping the Magnum ATX bolt
Ray, you got to take those things out to Clinton House. You can't shoot a gun. Yeah, no. So Bad Billy, when I do the review on this one, and I'm not in any hurry for this one, it's not a pre-production or anything like that. And this was not sent to me by Barrett. So what I'll do is I will go to, I'll probably try to line up something at the sawmill where we can reach out to about 1,400. As a matter of fact, my Barrett that I had, that was the last time I shot it because somebody there wanted it. And I was like, it's not for sale.
Wanted it?
Yeah. And I realized everything is for sale because he wanted it badly.
When you say I'll give it $2 billion hairs.
Yeah.
That
was some of you guys might have heard this story, but I had that Barrett MRAD and I had all the barrel conversions and everything else. But it was a full kit that I had won from the sniper conference. And I had it for a while and it was okay. It wasn't great. It was great to a point, but it wasn't like these AIs. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. And the guy wanted it. And I was like, no, it's not for sale. He goes, you know the Ducati that you saw? And I said, yeah. He goes, I'll trade you even. And guys, this wasn't just a normal Ducati. Okay. I was a big motorcyclist and I've owned a lot of Ducatis. This one had everything fast by Faraci.
That's because he stole it on the way to the match.
Yeah, no, he had the title. It was free and clear. And I said, straight up, no cash, no anything. He goes, straight up. And so that's how that one went down.
So you rode your rifle away.
I did. Okay, so let's see here. Ray, what brands would be a good balance of weight and accuracy when it comes to an AR-10 barrel, specifically 20-inch and 6.5 Creedmoor? Weight and accuracy, it really depends on the profile of the barrel, Abigail. Typically in 6.5 Creedmoor for an AR-10, I do like about a 24-inch barrel. I know it might seem a little excessive, but I think 22 to 24 is the sweet spot. I don't know if I'd go 20. That being said, this 300 Winnie's got a 17-inch barrel. So
I was going to say,
go figure.
Looks
it's like a bulldog. Yeah.
Looks a stubby.
So yeah, 22, 24, I think for the 6.5 Creedmoor.
You should reach out to Kevin Owens at Fieldcraft Survival. He did a lot of testing.
I'd like to see you guys team up. No, I'm not going to do the 2 mile.
So what?
We don't have weapons for that.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to talk him into it for 2 years now. He's not going to do it. He's scared.
What? No, I'm reading Shibalsiki's comments.
Shibalsiki.
Kevin Owens. He did a lot of testing for SOCOM with the MRAD.
Yeah, Fieldcraft Survival. That guy's cool. Oh, hold on.
JT Holt says, bet that 17 is a touch loud. I bet.
It's probably a damn flamethrower, too. It's got a big break on it, though.
Dusty Road says, has anyone tried the DFAT dry fire system? No, I've never owned a dry fire system. You actually bought one called like the Mantis or something.
Yep.
And I've never seen you use it.
Have
you ever used it?
Well, we have the ability to shoot a lot.
So that's the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really, not that it's a bad thing. Let's say you live in a highly populated area. You needed to.
It's actually really
fire,
cool.
But
you can dry fire with it. You can use live rounds and it picks up, there's a lot of good training there to see if the recoil of your pistol's going up and down or if you're kind of doing something like this.
Off my front porch.
Yeah.
How many times I've been there, sping, hitting the steels. And, it's no joke, guys. I took a long time finding the place that I have. And I like I said, I don't have neighbors. If I'm just wanting to cycle a firearm or test fire a weapon, I'll open the front door. I've got steels out in the woods. You can't see them unless I told you they were there. And it's ting, 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 ting. And then I'll put it away and okay, it works. You've done that many times off the front porch. That's where you shot your CMMG 22 conversion.
Matter of fact, I did.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
And we found out it didn't function in your firearm.
It needed oil.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll be quiet now.
Thank goodness. Snake Man 48. Just time for my bedtime stories. Jerry Parker says 100,000 for the SVD on Gunbroker.
What's that 6 rudder said? Are you guys going to review your PSA builds?
Oh,
I guess those are the ones that we bought.
yeah, the uppers.
When
We
we were-
built them all.
Yeah, we should do that.
You know what? It's funny.
It's
It's
been
like
so busy. What's an AR?
I don't know. Just something that you grab when there's a bump in the night.
Yeah, Bad Billy, you are dead on. 2 miles, a whole different game. You guys think you have cash tied up now. It's a drop in the bucket. So Skull says 338 isn't for 2 miles. To a point it is, but 338 is the minimum caliber you would ever want to shoot for that game. And even then, you're at a huge disadvantage. I mean, you can do it. It can be done, but there's a gentleman that I speak to quite regularly that got into King of the 2 Mile. He's got some really awesome builds, but that's a whole different game. It's insanely expensive.
Yeah, Orson, what you have for a rifle is going to work perfectly fine. I know my answer. What would you say for Mr. Orson Humphrey there on that question?
I would say, Orson, if you're going to continue to do this, you probably, and if it's just precision rimfire, you could just get away with binos. You really could. But if you were to do a match or get into center fire shooting where there's blind stages where you needed instant, target ID and range finding, that's when you'd want those binos. I know shooting that match that we did out in Tennessee, they were all blind stages, but you really didn't need binos. I used them a few times. Actually, it did help me clean that one stage. Yeah. Ultimately, that's what you'd want to work out up to. Those 3000 BDXs, they're hard to beat. They really are.
They work well. They pack light. They're not crazy.
The glass is decent in them, yeah.
I would say, he didn't even have it on there. There is a time for like a spotting scope. Not to carry, but like if you're doing range work and you want to see where you're hitting on targets and like really get an idea if your data for your rifle is right. Let's see.
Big Country, that's a question for Rick.
I have the same info plugged into my Kestrel for both my Remex and Voodoo. Dope at 100 yards for the Voodoo is 1.8 and Remex is 1.6. What did I do wrong? I don't know. I'm running the 20-inch and the 18-inch. I don't notice any difference.
So,
maybe a tenth, if anything.
You guys don't know the backstory to this. Yesterday, I was trying to film that ATX video, and Rick, he's over there. He's just like this. And I'm literally talking to the camera. I'm busy. I'm doing something. I was busy doing something, changing out a barrel. And Rick actually lays down beside him. He's like, "Hey, man, can you take a look at this right here?" I mean, it had gotten to the point where he just could not wait any longer. And I was like, "Dude, let me see it. I don't know, here." And I gave it back to him. I'm like, "Good luck."
Well, here's a good answer. It wasn't for Voodoo though. It was the hell's my stuff?
Creed more.
Trying to think if I have the tape to that. I have the dope card for it because I need to go back. So I was trying to calibrate DSF.
Did you say calibrate?
Calibration
time.
Put it. And it would not save it. I tried it 12 times. And finally I said, I have to be doing something wrong if it won't work.
It's the 13th time.
Then he tried it. Still didn't work. And then he just cheated on me and went the stupid way and did it by velocity. What?
It worked.
It didn't, though, because then when I went in to do some other stuff, I was like,
not
it
my
changed.
problem.
Changed it.
I've gotten you to this point.
Yeah.
It's on you from here. It's called problem solving, brother. All right.
You know what? That's a karate chop.
Bourbon or single malts? What's your poison? I'm not really a drinker here. If I do imbibe in the spirits or anything like that, it's probably going to be something that a friend of mine drinks, and it's going to be something like a Jameson or a Boss Hoss or something like that. Boss Hog.
I'm a Crown and Cokey kind of guy. So Crown. All right, Mr. Elster's Rifles and Reloading is out there.
What is up, Todd? How are you, sir?
2 extra gas tube, blah, 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 blah. All right, so we got I have a CMMG conversion for my AR. Keep it lubed and have no issues. Yeah, after we put some oil on it, it seemed to work a ton better. for sure. Every once in a while we get a failure to eject or something, but for the most part, it's
You bought it, shot it that day, and haven't touched it since.
You want another karate chop, don't you?
I do.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'll put that.
You know what my wife said? She said, "Are you really going to do another live chat?" And I was like, "Yep, I'll be back in a minute."
I'm gonna run to town for a second.
Actually, I said, "I'm going to cookout." You want anything?
She's probably watching us right now,
No,
shaking her head.
She doesn't watch your channel, trust me.
That's probably good. She'd see all your craziness. Oh, see, I watched a recent Eric Cortina interview with the guy that shoots 2 miles of scope mount, points down at the barrel so much that he uses mirrors. Actually, I saw that video. That was pretty cool. Let's see.
Oh, you just skipped like everything. All right, there we go.
No, we didn't. Just relax. He saws out there, says, Rick, was it the folks from Straight Jacket Armory who invited you to shoot in there?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember their names? I was talking about it a little bit, how great they were. I can't remember.
Other than Brady. Brandon Lamb.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brady Lamb that owns Blam Customs.
But he wasn't the owner.
No, he wasn't the owner. I don't remember. I don't recall.
I don't know. Super great guy. His wife was nice. Everybody. We went to their house and had dinner. It was, it was a great, enjoyable time. But I can't remember his darn name, which sucks. If you ever watch this, I apologize. But you did a great job of hosting, that's for sure.
No doubt.
I will go 2 mile competition as soon as I get my tank driving permit. Yeah, exactly. Mario says, chop his ass.
I saw that.
7-7 for me. Oh, 7-7. There you go. Irish whiskey's the way. Abigail. We knew you were going to say that. Crown and Cook for me, or tequila. Tequila, yeah. I don't.
Shaggy Rifleman. Yeah, he had a question about some of the
who Shaggy
Austro-Alpine buckles, the Alpine buckles. He said his buckle
is rough.
Was a little rough. I don't think it was
that was last chat.
Yeah, but it wasn't on one of my packs. It was something else that he had, like a belt or something.
Yeah.
And he asked if it was normal, and I said it is not normal for it to have a gritty feeling. Ray, did you try any of the ace barrels at 100 yards to compare groups with your Bartlett? So, interesting story about that. What I have determined after much testing on paper, which honestly is not something we did a lot of.
Not at all. We didn't even care.
I'm actually not seeing a difference. It'll print a tight group just as well as an ace barrel, and an ace barrel will shoot a bad group just as bad as the Bartlett. Yeah. So Matt and Rick went out at the house the other day, and they just shot groups at 100 yards. And Matt came out with this sick, what was it? That thing was like a 0.3. It was a 0.3. 0.35 shot groups with his, which has which barrel's in his? The other
MTU.
Ace MTU?
Yeah.
But the next string, it would have a flyer, and it would be a minute and a half. The same thing happened.
See, and that's what I'm getting. I'm getting a good group,
and then a great one, and then bad. So I think it's just the differences in the ammo. I'm not going to read much into it. I'm happy with the Bartletts at this point after seeing the results just continuously. So we're good there.
How do you like the Dominus SR?
Andy, I will tell you, the
Ultra.
very first time we shot the Dominus SR that I pulled it out of the box was yesterday.
Yeah.
And yesterday was not really a review on that Dominus when I put it on the ATX. I was very impressed with it, with the note. I like the fact that you can lock it and it doesn't walk off. It is quite a bit fatter in diameter, so none of my Mirage covers would fit over it. So
how about that other one? Remember that other one that we got? Like that.
Oh yeah,
but it was the fatter one. Yeah,
I have to try that on it and see it because that would definitely help. But I was impressed with it. Yeah, I will definitely be shooting that quite a bit more.
Let's see here. I'm having a treat right now: Diet Coke and dark chocolate Milky Way. Dark chocolate Milky Way.
So it's Chase says he's going to go 15 minutes, just like you said. He's going with a 30 MOA base, 20 MOA mount for his 22 setup. B14R, and a Strike Eagle. Should I change anything immediately? Is he going to have enough?
I don't know if you have enough in the Strike Eagle.
I would assume 40 would be good.
Yeah.
But unless you know, and I don't know what the adjustment range is on that.
I don't
just want to
either.
make sure that you're good.
I'm at the end. Like, I wouldn't even go 51 per se.
So Charles, this is a great comment by Charles Tiffy. He said, you know how to get rid of the flyers in groups with a proven 22 lot number, right? He said, sort the ammo by rim thickness.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No, this was actually a really good conversation because we talked to some really top-notch shooters that told us that they did not notice enough of a difference. We even tried sorting. We tried weighing them using digital scales, and we still got flyers. So I don't know. I'm not going to pick through all the ammo to do that, but they were saying it's not worth the time or the effort. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah.
1.3.
Brian Berg, did you guys evaluate the 6-dasher yet? Any thoughts? So Ryan Berg, the ATX video that I released today on the Accuracy International, we did a lot of shooting with the 6-dasher.
Not a lot. I didn't.
I did. And we didn't have any feed issues with it. It is a lot less recoil. It does get pushed a little more in the wind than the 6 Creedmoor because we typically run our 6 Creedmoors a little warm. Actually, we run a little bit hot.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have, especially with shooting 115s.
They had asked me that earlier, and I had told them that the recoil on my 6 Creedmoor was less, but I told them all about how heavy it was and all that stuff. And it wasn't against AI. It's just, I think if I ordered a barrel for that, if I was going to shoot that as my rifle, I would order a heavier contour barrel, put some more weight out there, probably add a couple inches on the barrel too, and call it done.
Yeah, and I could easily throw, I can add another 10 pounds to that rifle.
Yeah.
Actually, I spoke to the guys at Accuracy International today. They told me I could keep the rifle for a while longer. And I said, no, I'm just going to go ahead and send it back because I don't want to, I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth. They're doing a lot of stuff right now with that rifle.
Yeah.
And I don't
don't send it back too early.
Well, you only got a day or two because I'm going to send it back this week. So anyway, there was, so Andy says, thanks, Ray. Dominus SR, next one going. Nice. I think you'll be happy with it. Like I said, it is a little fatter in diameter, but I know when I was out there with Zach and he had them before they were released, they were just smoking that thing with 223. Honestly, think about it, guys. I know you kind of went back and forth on this on your Ultra 7. You got the 30 cal, but it is nice. You get something in, especially for us being content creators or reviewers.
Yeah.
I get something that's 30 cal that I want to shoot. I can throw it on there. I can throw a can on there.
For sure.
It doesn't have to be a 264 diameter, specifically for, 6.5 Creedmoor or something like that.
No, and that makes it nice.
Yeah. It's one of the reasons why I have the hybrid. I can pretty much put it on anything.
And you know what? I got to apologize for the karate noise thing because I was like screaming, hiya. So
they probably heard that.
If you're wearing Ear Pro and you can hear me now, if you can hear me now, I do apologize. Let's see.
Yeah, so Ryan, that is true. The ATX, it was bare bones. I put 4 weights on it when we did that, but 4 weights on a 13-pound rifle with a very minimalist scope is not going to compare to his truck axle 6 Creedmoor Skittles rifle.
It's not in there.
The barrel probably weighs half as much as the rifle.
Yeah.
And it's also a 27, 28 inch.
And someone had asked about the grip, and I can't find it. So the AI, that's basically an AR style grip.
Yes.
It should go right in any style AR grip. So those ones on the MPA and all that other stuff that are fitted around an AR style grip should fit. Is your Maverick? Oh, I already read that. Did you
I didn't read that one.
Is your Maverick 30 cal or 6?
I'm going to sound like an idiot here, but I don't know.
I can't remember.
I think it's 6.5. In fact,
I think
I'm
you're
almost
right.
sure it is.
Well, try to put a 30 in there, see what happens. Oops. What did he say? Yeah, Lynn Holt. I do apologize. Let's see. The rifle probably a lot lighter than you're running, plus a good break versus suppressor. That is one good thing about the Maverick. You get a little bit of both. So
Tater tot is 10 pounds, 12 ounces.
I just
it's
ordered
the same weight as the medium.
I just ordered a
10
tater
pounds.
tot. I went with the regular fill.
Okay.
I think that one's the sand. I didn't want a super heavy bag.
You two are the Cheech and Chong of long range shooting. That's funny. What is up, Andrew? We were just talking about you. You missed it. I showed a barrel here that I said you would definitely know what it was. You got the heavy sand.
Yeah. I was up in the air on that. I almost did get the.
There you go, Andrew.
There you go.
Not Garrett. Barrett.
That's right. 338. Yeah, so I'm trying out the tater tot. Got my other one right here somewhere. I don't know. I got stuff everywhere right now. I see it over there. Actually, breaking that one in pretty good. It's like getting worn in well.
What, that fortune cookie?
My fortune cookie, yeah.
The fortune cookie that you have is a very versatile bag.
Yeah, very versatile.
And I came this close to getting one, but I didn't. You know why?
Because I had one.
It's not heavy enough.
Oh. See, I didn't want a heavy
It moves
bag.
around too much.
See, like Matt's bag, I like. So Matt's got the Game Changer. I don't know which one it is.
He's got the schmedium.
The Schmedium.
Yep.
And it's the heavy sand fill.
Yep.
But that bag would be good if you would get rid of like probably this much of that sand. I think it'd be a lot more versatile.
Yeah, probably so. It can perform a little better.
Yeah. Let's see. And I figured I could always open it up and throw a different fill in it and then sew it back up too.
Weight is stability when it comes to bagging rifles. Yeah.
Yeah, the problem
That's
is weight is weight when you're walking around.
Yeah, but you're at a PRS match. You don't do that much walking around at most PRS matches. That's not PRC. That Hornady PRC was a little different.
That was a hike up that hill, buddy. Yeah, but it'd be the same bag I carry. Sam's Club has Gold Peak tea, 18 packs for less than $1 per bottle. Good to know, Abigail. Good to know. Actually, Sam's Club also has Pure Leaf. I kind of like the whole Cheech and Chong of
long range
shooting. You know what? I should make a shirt where we have.
No, you need to start a new channel.
A new channel. Yeah, I don't want to start a new channel. It takes forever to get people to show up. I weighed mine on a digital food scale. Andrew was walking the pooch.
So what's the topic tonight? Are you just talking?
Tonight is just a kind of answer questions, see where the things go. There really is no topic.
No topic. Gotcha.
I just wanted to say hi to everybody in the 2A community.
Because I want to be a real boy.
I want to be a real boy. Because I know we're both sweet tea addicts. That's right. Let's see. Marcus Parker says, what do you guys think of the NRL Hunters match? I have not shot one of those. It sounds pretty dang cool.
Yeah, where they use animal targets, and I think they were shooting those out west with center fire, and there were restrictions. You had like hunter division and all this based on rifle weight and whatnot.
Yeah. Hell, if it's target.
Yeah, there he goes. Weight limit. That's it.
Yeah. No, that'd be fun. Who knows? Maybe we'll try that out as well. I actually been hearing more and more of that. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's been around a while and now it's just getting promoted better, or
okay, we're looking for a well.
More people are shooting it.
What's that called? Anyone know? Anyone?
Witching.
Old timers?
It's called witching.
Yeah, but what kind of rod is it called? Let's see. Let's test some knowledge here. It starts with the letter D. They come out and they're looking for a well.
That's not even what they look like, though.
No, but it's just something. It's a prop.
It's kind of like this thing.
Oh, Lynn Holt, quick. Look at
What?
that.
Did somebody say something?
Be careful. That's a tactical 2x4.
Whoa. Did you see the thing where people were selling these to get, the $200, buyback thing?
Oh, no.
So they're making pistols or rifles out of 2x4
And
lumber.
putting a pipe in it.
Actually, Bad Billy, if you're still out there, he had sent me putting a pipe in it. And
Witching. We got divining. Man, you guys are quick.
Divine rod.
Mr. X-Ring, if you wanted to design your own bag, type of filling, weight, shape, textures, what would you guys do? Whiteboard, please. I'm getting the Tippmann sewing machine out.
Yeah.
Drew, we looked at a couple different bags, had a couple designs. We had actually 3 prototypes. We kept gravitating towards trapezoidal designs so that it wasn't just straight uniform. That's what we kept working with. I like a heavier bag. Doesn't need to be 10 pounds, but 8 pounds would be good. Something that could conform was somewhat tacky, kind of like the wax bags when you put the things on there. You don't want them super slick. I'll tell you what I really like, but I don't know where that material can be sourced. Do you have that little cat lick bag?
Yeah, somewhere.
So
Keep talking.
Rick bought a bag. It's a really, really slim bag. He bought it from, I believe, Armageddon Gear. He never uses it. I don't think I've ever seen him use it at a match. But it has this stretchy material that is super, super tacky. Sure. I don't know what it is.
It's the same stuff that they put on the new Matt's new bag.
Yeah, but it didn't work because they only put it in a little small section.
Yeah, this stuff's the shit.
But this stuff right here, guys, it is insane. Let's see. There's a Yeti cup that's painted, and it will almost hold at that angle right there. I mean, it's just super tacky. You guys see how the fabric's trying to move just because it's so grippy? That's a 45-degree angle.
You don't say.
A divining rod, a dowsing rod. Nice.
Mr. X-Ray.
No knife tonight. We're not quite there yet. We're getting close. All right. Make it out of hickory and you're all set.
Does anyone know what fiddling for worms is?
Does anyone
that's where you put the stick in the ground and you rub the stick.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. I've never heard the term, but I know how to get worms out of the ground where you get the stick and you rub the other stick on it and it makes a vibration and the worms come up. So you can grab them.
I've not heard that. Awesome. I'm looking forward to the
You never heard that?
My Pillow tactical pillow. Your rifle will never have a better rest. I can't tell you how many times I have actually slept on a rifle bag. The actual basically the pump pillow.
Why is it got to be a fruit
always
tree
use
branch?
that. What's that?
Andrew says it has to be a fruit tree branch.
Do we compete in any of the New England states? No.
No, that's a ways.
It's pretty much out west in the desert, or it's going to be in the southeast for the most part.
Go 2 feet for the Atlas bipod. I like the spikes.
Yeah, spikes will be good. There are times where they're not good.
No.
Like if you're shooting off of cars, they do that quite a bit in a lot of these ruck matches where you're shooting in and out of vehicles. Then it's not the best unless you've got something to brace up against. That's the only downside.
And like wood decks and stuff, man, you can load a bipod. It's like Chris says, fit of worms.
It's a stick and a stone for worms.
I haven't seen the stone trick.
For the Bergara guys, and I know there's quite a few, Orson and those guys, Macav, I think Mac Brothers Machining makes a 2-sided 10-round mag, 10 rounds each side. That would make mag changes crazy fast. They said it wouldn't work in the Voodoo. That's kind of like back in the day. Do you remember they had all those little pinwheels for your AR, and you could just keep going around with it? It was like a 10-rounder and a 10-rounder.
There's a place in Canada that designed one of those. Remember back not too long ago, they wanted where you slide them all together. That's just out of control is what it is. It's stick and stone for worms. You can do the same thing. 2 rods and a battery. Yeah, I've seen that too, Jerry, where you where you get them with electricity and they come up.
Shaggy Rifleman's still looking for that Tiffany Microtech.
There's got to be one out there somewhere.
White body with Tiffany hardware. I'll keep searching though.
Okay, well, show me that. Oh, a handsaw. Cut down the small tree, then use the saw to create the vibration. Oh, by like cutting it for the vibration?
Remington 700 drum mag.
It needs to come up with the ring. Yeah.
So I had a pretty good email today. Someone I guess watched some of my videos, and we're down in the dungeon. You know, I have all the ammo in the back, and he said someone told him never to have, you know, basically store ammunition that way. He goes, you know, is that a good way to store ammunition? Is it a bad way? And guys,
Yeah,
if you can control the humidity, and it's climate controlled, which are not always the same. I mean, air conditioning will help with that. But if you have a dehumidifier and you have climate control, I haven't seen any issues with ammunition corroding or getting spots on it. It's when you let that, dang, this bag stinks. What the heck you been doing with that bag?
Stinks.
Smell like whatever. But anyway, and he told me, he said, well, I was told ammo cans are the best. I do have a lot of ammo that I keep on the floor, like a boatload of it, but I also have the desiccant packs that you can throw in the stove or throw in the oven and, you know, basically recharge it and basically dry it out is what you're doing. I think that's probably the best way. And then he asked about the MTM dry boxes, you know, the plastic ones. I don't know how good the seal is on that, if you were concerned about moisture or humidity.
Well, when I moved here, I fought humidity and moisture. So coming from Southern California and not really knowing what moisture was, because usually it's like sometimes the humidity gets down into the single digits, but for the most part, most of the time it's about 12, 30. We never had to worry about rust. And when I moved here, that was a whole new battle. I had put all my rifles in basically this safe cabinet, meaning like an underground cabinet that was inside of the stairwell. And I was fighting with that all the time, lubing it up, keeping everything oiled and clean. And next time I go back, the wood's getting jacked and just it was a mess.
All right, Mississippi Buckeye, I wrote it down. Gecko 2 from Black Branch.
Yeah, I saw that. I wanted to try to remember, so glad you did that. Saka.
Brian Berg talks about a video on YouTube about the effects of humidity on your powder. It's pretty huge. Yep.
I can see that.
I do keep all of my primers. You know those big military ammo cans, the tall ones? I keep, just like yours. I keep all of my primers in that just to keep a check on that. And I usually throw the it's like a hard aluminum desiccant in there. And if I see it turn like a pinkish, I jump on it and go ahead and recharge it, but it rarely does it.
Yeah, see, mine I leave it here, but it's controlled
here.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Shoot, the cost $1,200. Daily transport. The ammo cans are very bulky and fatiguing.
Yeah, and they're not forgiving, Shaggy Rifleman, that's for sure.
Yeah, you start filling those things up with ammo, they get heavy quick. I wish I knew that when I was a kid.
Trying to get caught up, guys.
Yeah.
The MTMs are good for small amounts or range use. The GI cans can be loaded down and left alone. That's correct.
Yeah, and a lot of those ones like that, the polymer ammo cans, you start putting some weight in there, and it kind of deforms.
Gary
broken handle.
Emery says
In pursuit of
vacuum seals his primers.
I used to vacuum seal ammo years back.
Yep.
You know, kind of as a prepper thing and all that. Hell, I still got some in packaged things, but
what's up, Pursuit of Accuracy? How are you, sir?
But it was
114 folks in here.
Wow.
113.
Do I hear 14? And it is a great way, especially if you really want to make sure that your stuff stays dry. Sometimes it's kind of I mean, if you're going to store it in a horrible wet basement, or if you're going to put it, maybe you're going to bury the stuff and you're going to put it in some type of can, and then that is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, Gordon Herbert, what I have seen is you rarely see Accuracy Internationals secondhand for cheap. They typically hold their value really well. It also depends on how rough you were on it. I mean, you know, mine has been drug all over the place, and no, I'm not going to get the money for it that, you know, most other ones would, because a lot of that, like the grip and everything else on the AX, you can't switch that out, and it is just all galled up. I mean, it's a tool. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm already on board with the ATX. Actually, you know, I'm not allowed to share them, but I can tell you that there's some very elite groups using the ATX right now and testing them very hard, because even though they geared it towards, you know, recreational and competition shooting,
Yep.
it still has its place in, or as a work gun.
Sure.
Okay. If you look at it,
Well, it's designed better, actually, because it's more balanced.
there are a few things about it that I definitely wouldn't want in a work gun. We're not going to talk about those or bring that up, but
Folding stock would be good.
yeah, actually, there were some
Packing it
photos
out.
that I got that are not allowed to be released, and it shows them in their full glory. So, yeah, they're doing a lot of testing with those right now.
Another good question by Gabdor. For new guys getting into PRS on a budget, are you better off purchasing a barreled action with like an MPA, MGT chassis, or factory built like RPRs, Savage Elites? Well, I have my first precision rifle was a Tikka, the TAC 3A1, and I thoroughly enjoy that rifle a lot. Unfortunately, since we've really been diving into the PRS style shooting, that rifle I didn't buy for PRS, so it was designed as just a long range rifle.
Yep.
We were shooting long range, but we weren't really doing any type of PRS style matches at the time. And it did great. I actually enjoy that rifle a lot. But I think if you really want to get into the game of PRS, the things that PRS rifles have the ability to do is, you know, the built-in arc rail. I had to add one to that from Area 419. But something that's made for what you're actually doing is usually better than trying to make something work for what you're doing.
Yeah, so it depends on, and see, Gabdor, Radama, I haven't recognized that name before or seen it. If you've been on the channel before,
either.
my apologies, but you can go out and shoot a Ruger RPR and shoot a PRS match and have the time of your life. It depends on what you're trying to do in a precision rifle match. Are you trying to work your way up? Are you just trying to gain the skills to become a better shooter? Or do you want to be competitive and finish in the top, 50%, top 20%, top 10%? If you're that person that says, I want to work my way up and I want to get up into the top 10%, then there are going to be better tools for the job. I use an analogy a lot with cars and everything else. You can go to the drag strip on a Friday night and show up with your Toyota 4Runner and have fun and go down and put a time up, but it's not going to be winning to the guy that's got, the Z06 beside of you, right?
Yeah.
Now you're both going down the track. You're both having a great time.
Yeah, but you're not having a greater time as the guy in front of you because you're like, what the hell?
I'm not going to say that a top 2 shooter shooting an RPR is going to lose to you because you're shooting his custom, PRS designated rifle.
No, but you can't shoot production.
Yeah, you could do that, which that's fine. Well, you could, depending on your glass price and everything else.
I'm just saying, but it
really depends on what you want to do with it. Okay. Before I would invest a ton of money. Now, okay, there's 2 scenarios here. You don't have a rifle and you need to buy a rifle. Okay. In that case, you don't want to buy twice. You don't want to buy an RPR and say, worst case scenario, you buy an RPR, you go to your first match and say, man, I really dig this. This is great. And then you could sell it, maybe a little bit of a loss, consider it a rental fee, keep your optic and everything else off of there, and then get you a custom built. what you're going to get are longer barrel lengths, different contours, more balance,
thicker barrel,
less recoil.
Barrel.
That's what you gain out of it. I think you could probably build a custom gun through a competent gunsmith for
a good one or a bad one?
A good one, $2,000 to $2,500. You could probably do that
with that optic.
if you could find you a used Remington. If you didn't care about aesthetics and it all had to match and this, that, and the other, you could buy you a Remington 700 with a drop-in chassis.
Exactly.
Well, you still have a chassis, so getting a drop-in magazine chassis, you're going to be looking at over $1,000.
You can just get a 2x4. That's all you need right here.
It's not going to work. We're being serious here.
Oh,
all right.
damn.
So then you're going to have a barrel, which is going to run you from $300 to $500. You're going to have a gunsmith to put it in there, plus the action,
optic rings.
Yeah, you're going to be $2,500, close to it. So you just got to decide.
And then you're going to want a bipod, and a bipod can range from $150 all the way up to $1,200.
Yeah. Great question, though.
It is a good question. That's the reason why doing these chats, you don't need a topic.
Ready to be at the match on Saturday. Oh, somebody speaking Korean.
Where's that at? Get your butt to the match. Friends don't let friends buy savages. That's right. I miss the cookout chats. Those were fun. Sometimes you just got to have fun. You know what?
So if you guys are new to the channel, I don't have internet service at my house. Okay. I don't even have cell phone service at my house.
He has a one squirrel with one leg.
Yeah. So we attempted to do some chats and things like that at the house. Doesn't work because I live in the middle of nowhere. Right. Well, if you come up the road a few miles, Rick is more in the city, but he didn't live here. He was living way down that direction. And so when he actually purchased a place up here, you got like a business connection internet or something. Yeah. And there's internet here. And so we used to actually drive up to Cookout so that we could do a live chat. And so it was like a Sonic commercial. That was the only way we could get internet.
Yeah. Those were the fun days. The good old Mr. Bald and Curious. Welcome to the show.
What is up, Val?
Since you're getting a new IA, which is AI, I might take the old one off your hands.
No, sir. I appreciate that, though. I'd be keeping.
We got to get Val to start shooting some long range. Just watch your Actually International video. Great shooter. Yeah, that printed a great group. What was it? 0.29? Yeah. Never thought of it that way, but it makes sense. Living in the Northwest, I guess I do it by default. I'm not sure what he's saying there. Oh, he's talking to Charles.
All of Ray's hand-me-downs go to Mini X. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know what
she didn't get a hand down or hand-me-down. She got a new one.
Yeah. And she still hasn't even shot it yet.
She has. I thought.
No, they're brand new and she's not fired a single shot out of. I mounted a Vortex Razor HD on it, got it all dialed in, ready for the match this Saturday, and she has yet to fire a round. Whoop up! Get that crap out of here. Correct question is, how competitive
are you?
You are.
You are. Yeah, that works. Let's see. What else we got there?
Buy once, cry once. That's true.
They do have a wheeled armored vehicle. Oh, well. Yeah, that's true.
All right, you can't buy skill. Got to level up
the hard way.
The hard way, yeah.
That's right. There's no cheating in this game. Keep shooting productions and winning division. The gap.
PPR is the best answer for a new shooter. The GA Precision is what he's referring to. I think someone actually did a video on the GA PPR up against the ATX, or talked about how it would do against the ATX or something like that. I'm not sure.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd it do? Or what
I
is
never
that?
got to see it.
Oh, I've done exactly that scenario with rifles, optics, accessories for years. Would you take a custom build over the new AI?
I see you live in North Carolina and using directional arm signaling.
Hey, I totally got you on that one. It's the cookout chat. Yeah, Skull misses them too. Maybe we got to get our butt to old cookout. Red October, my knife throwing ninja buddy from Texas.
Well, Talking Rock just got his MPA.
Oh, nice. Where's that at? Up, down.
Talking Rock down below the cursor right there.
Oh, right there. Well, he arrived today. Well done. 1-6. Yep.
Okay, so
Took a while.
Jay West, this is a great question. The Old Fort match, I don't believe is sold out. Even if it is, you can get on the wait list, but I think there might be 1 or 2 no-shows at that match.
Which one?
That weren't accounted for. So if you're interested, I would get on Practice Score, look up VOD Rimfire series.
Oh, VOD, there is spots. I looked.
Yeah, there are spots.
I was up last night looking at it.
I wouldn't just show up. All you got to do is just sign up your name on Practice Score. Just go to practicescore.com, search matches.
I know Chris Simmons had
search
a
VOD
spot on his squad,
and just sign up. All you got to do is put your name there. You don't have to prepay or anything else, but that way you're locked into being able to shoot.
I think Squad 2's got two spots in it, unless it filled up in the last 24 hours. How do I like retirement, Red? I think I have retired for 3 days, and now I'm working again at the MDI. Dun, dun, dun. So retirement was fun. We've been having a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah.
Anyone have any 109 Get your 109 burgers there. Well, they're not.
Get your 109 burgers.
burgers. What are you thinking? I'm going to check. Oh!
Don't make me come out of this chair. I might have to go to the bathroom. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go on down. I saw something about bullet holes. Okay, James. Awesome. Glad you got those.
Oh, they showed up. Nice.
Dang. I forgot. I got to send some orders out tomorrow.
Talking Rock. Let's see what finish. Yeah, what finish did you get, Talking Rock? It's for a 300 Win mag. FDE. Nice. Do you guys think the Dasher, BRA, and BRX are worth it over the simplicity and barrel life of the BR?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Fishing dads out there, welcome to the show. What was the website again? What website?
I don't know. You have no idea what working is. Got back from new house at 8:30 tonight.
That's because you just suck at building houses, Val. You'd have been good at it.
Yeah,
No.
David Castillo.
Yeah, it's a tough job.
I have not messed with the 6GT.
There's so many damn calibers out there now. Up, down, left, right to spawn the jetpacks.
It is Practice Score. PracticeScore. Practicescore.com. And there will be everything from PRS matches, 3-gun matches. You can actually search your area. It'll show competitions that are coming up, and usually those are posted months in advance. But yeah, not that way, but close pursuit of accuracy. It's Practice Score.
Yeah, score.
It's clear. There we go.
There it is.
Practicescore.com. He says he's built more houses than you saved from fire.
Okay. What's up, conservative sniper hunter? Rick, are you happy with the Vortex scope on your Voodoo? No, I'm happy.
He's not replacing it. He's Voodoo through it. He's
I'm
Vortex,
a Vortex
through.
guy. Yeah. Jay West, great info, guys. I would love to come for the experience new to this lottery tonight.
Well, come on out.
Yeah, definitely check it out. It's fun. It's a good time for sure. Come say hi if you show up to the match. Reinberg. What happened to the video?
Abigail's playing too much Grand Theft Auto. She's doing cheat codes. Left one.
Yeah.
Left.
Battery. Is it a black sheep from now on? Is it the black sheep? What the heck?
She's talking about this nasty black sheep.
Yeah. It's gonna pull it down though.
You can't pull
It's
it.
too clicked in there. What's your favorite sweet tea ever, Matt Goodman? That is
I'm getting RPR and coming down to kick your voodoo asses in summer.
perfect. Show it up.
Is his name Skunk Ape?
It might be. Maybe that's his other channel. Best sweet tea ever. Best sweet tea ever was. It's usually at like restaurants, but when it comes to like fast food, I want to say Bojangles got a good sweet tea. Pure Leaf's my favorite. Like if I could pick anything, I would, that's something you would buy. I'm a Pure Leaf. I like Pure Leaf. I'll drink them all. I don't really care, but The Milo's one's good. I'm drinking that right now.
Oh, Talking Rock, thanks.
Cookout.
And that was legit too. That's not camera manipulation. There was a bunch of people when I did that 700.
That was one shot.
That
guys.
was one shot. I went up there. I was like, and all these people were watching, like, no freaking way he's getting ready to do that. It's like, when I broke it, I was like, dude, that was dead center. That's what I'm thinking in my head. It was like, ding. But on another note, you shot at 600 yards yesterday. If you guys have been following along, we were talking about hitting a quarter, at, like in your pocket, change quarter. At
and I didn't record
yards.
any of it.
And he did not have a camera out there. And guess what he did? Center punched. It was
The know your limit.
I don't know how many shots you took because I was doing the video stuff.
I shot the big one.
Yeah, that's right. Second shot.
And then the second shot aiming at the, I don't know, what is it, 2 inch, 3 inch? What is that little this target on the know your limits?
I don't know. I thought it was a 1 incher. It's not a 1 inch.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I think it's a 1 inch. All right.
Songs for you. How you doing? Welcome to the show. We're just having some fun. We're already at an hour and 25. Got 121 in here now. Welcome, everyone.
Nice.
If you're new to the channel, usually we have a lot of fun. We talk about gun stuff. Long range precision is mostly what we talk about, but sometimes we're talking 3-gun and all the other different types of styles of shooting.
Okay, so Joe Bender has a great question. His question is, if you use a magneto speed, would you still need to true the ballistics in a phone app? Absolutely. So I had someone that I spoke with this afternoon. He reached out to me, and I was like, look, I can't email while I'm in the car and do all this. I said, just call me. So he calls me, and if you're watching, I'm not calling you out or anything else. You don't know what you don't know. So this was the deal. I guess he had someone tell him that he needs to have a chronograph in order to use a Kestrel.
No.
Okay. How many times have you chronographed your Voodoo?
I don't know if I ever have.
There you go. Neither has Matt, and neither have I. Okay.
Basically, you're going to know if it tells you 5.3 mils and you shoot it and it's 3 mils high or low, or 3/10, I should say. You true it to that, and then that's basically giving you whatever your speed needs to be.
Let's talk English here. So
that was pretty much it.
If you're new to it, okay, regardless of whether you're using a Kestrel or you're using Straylock or applied ballistics on your phone, when you download a cartridge, let's say you go to the store and you have a 6.5 Creedmoor 140 grain, and you're shooting your Tico, and you go into the bullet database. This is in all the apps mostly.
It'll say
you're just going to choose Hornady,
and then you're going to choose
what grain weight,
ELD match,
and you're going to put it in there. And you're going to have from the factory, it's going to give you a velocity,
which is usually on the 24-inch barrel, right?
Which you probably don't have that barrel length.
Yeah,
or you might. And you're going to get a ballistic coefficient, which is it's a really good guess using basically an Oler to get the BC. It's never exactly right. It's close though. Okay. So it's just giving you a baseline. Now, let's say your buddy says, hey, I got this chronograph. You need to do the speed right here. And you fire it. And it shows 2,700 feet per second. And you punch in 2,700 feet per second out of your barrel, and you say, all right, well, the data was wrong for this cartridge. It said I should get 2,750, but I'm 2,700, right?
Because your barrel is probably a little shorter.
Okay. So this is the first thing. When you put 2,700, it's not going to magically have all of your data perfect, okay? It will get you close, and it will get you very, very close.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be exact. Okay, you will miss some targets in the beginning, but this is how you're going to start truing everything out. Truing just means, all right, so I zeroed at 100. I tell the app that I zeroed at 100. What's my dope at 200? And it's probably going to be right. Even with the velocity difference, didn't matter. You would have probably hit it with the other one. But as you get further out, that curve basically, we're not talking about the flight of the bullet, but that curve that it's building for you is going to have some errors in it. So let's say you shoot at 400 yards and the app tells you need to be at 3 mils or 5 minutes, whatever it is, and you dial it and you fire, but it's not. Okay, let's say you're using mils and let's say it's 3 mils. You fire it and you're just low, and you're like, well, geez, okay, well, let me come up a little higher, and you go to 4.2 and you fire and you're still low. And you go to 4.3, boom, and you hit it. Well, if you're truing your muzzle velocity and you say, look, you were wrong, I'm 4.3 mils, not 4 mils at 400 yards. What it's going to do is it's going to adjust your muzzle velocity, and it's going to say something stupid like 3,000 feet per second. And you know darn well that you're not shooting 3,000 feet per second out of this, but that's what it's doing to true it. Okay, because based on the muzzle velocity, it's saying this. But you got to be careful doing that because it's going to mess up a lot of other data in there. That's why you have, hey, right here, potato aim. Get the baby. You need to get the heck out of here.
You better get your ass out of here.
Ooh. All right. So, as Charles Tiffy says, Chrono is just another tool in the shed. It just helps you get started for that baseline. But once you start building that data in your Kestrel or in your Ballistic app, those velocities might or might not reflect what your true velocity is based on what it's doing. I've never seen one line up perfectly. So, just so you know, you don't have to have a chronograph in order to use a Ballistic app or Kestrel.
I don't know how we go. Someone left the door open.
All right, did we miss anything up at the top while I was running my mouth?
I have a good question.
Is there anything in that state? That was him dropping something on the floor, not me. All right. Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
That's right. Even a blind squirrel.
I had a private lesson with Justin Watts this weekend. We retrieved my rifle. No chrono. There you go, Joe M.
Yeah.
Just be careful. If you have a Kestrel, just be careful trying to true muzzle velocity only, okay? You can get some serious errors. Like, let's say your dope at 200 is this and 300 is this, and now you take a 1,000-yard shot, and let's say it's 8 mils, and then you true it out by muzzle velocity there, it's going to screw up all of your data back in. If you want to get into your DSF, that's going to help a tremendous amount.
Yeah, when it lets you.
Yeah.
Stupid ass Kestrel.
Yeah, or true out the BC.
I think the chrono is best used.
Low development.
Yes.
That's when I use it. Low development.
Yeah. You're finding out standard deviation, extreme spreads, all that kind of stuff. That's where I think it comes in, plays a part.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Well, I hope that answered some folks' questions. Maybe not, but
give me a wrench. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, Bald and Curious is now a wrench.
You are a wrench. Get in the chopper. You fix that up.
Yeah, 6 Creeder just got a new 6 BR with a Curtis Vector action and a benchmark barrel. That sounds like a really nice build. I'm sure that's going to be a shooter.
Are you going to be is your channel name going to be 6 Bench Rester now? That's what I want to know.
DPRC rimfire rifle matches, Dad. I don't know what DPRC is. The one we shot was the DRC, I think. All right, so +5 says Ray is explaining how to backtrack your equation to confirm actual dope by adjusting your data. We did this in the Army. It's like 1 + 1 = 2, or to confirm 2 - 1 = 1. Yep, we're good. That's exactly right.
Now I got to find some.
Yeah, good luck with that. It's hard to find 105 hybrids right now. They're around, but they're tough to find.
Yep. Charles Tiffy says the same thing. Low development. Data for distance. Find velocity nodes, then work on it. Choose the velocity. There you go.
Yep, there you go.
Pursuit of accuracy. What does that stand for? Let's see. Kestrel lined up pretty well with the muzzle velocity off the box. We tweaked BC at 100 or 1,000. Yeah, that makes sense. Swanky. Wait, school said.
Yeah, DRPC, Durham Rifle Pistol Club, was actually one of the first places 3-gun was birthed. That was way back in the day
Where's that
when
at, Florida?
Bushmaster started. No, that's going to be in Durham, North Carolina. That's pretty much where it started, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that's when you started seeing, and believe it or not, Charles Soule, who used to run 3-Gun Nation as far as the matches, started that out there at DRPC. And that was one of the first 3-gun, multi-gun events I'd ever heard of. It was just starting to come on, and Bushmaster was one of his first sponsors. And that's when it really started to get a little bit of traction. This was way back in the day, but yeah, that's the only other DRPC I know of.
Got a good question by Conservative Sniper Hunter. Now that you got a lot of different options, what do you think you'll shoot in the next centerfire PRS match?
All right, so when we do sign up, because I know Matt's wanting to hit an actual centerfire PRS match here soon, I'm not quite ready on the Dasher. I need to do a little more with that. I don't really need to do anything else with 6 Creedmoor, so my choice is going to be 6 Creedmoor for the next match, unless I can get this Dasher where I want it to be. The Dasher's shooting well, but what I did notice is shooting a 105 out of a 6 Dasher, as opposed to shooting a 115 D-Tac and screaming it down the barrel. You have a lot less wind drift than you do with the 6 Dasher. You're still going to have wind, okay? That's pushing that, but it pushes it a lot less. That was one of the things that when we shot yesterday, we noticed is the Dasher, you had to hold a lot more than you did with the 6 Creed. It was on the 6 Creed, you could just hold anywhere on the plate and fire it, and it was good. If you tried that with the Dasher, it was actually pushing it off target because of the wind. Lighter bullet, a lot less speed. Yeah.
Mark, you should recalibrate that every time you get to the next match, just to confirm that your compass and all that's going to work right. And then if that works right, your wind's going to know where it's coming from. And then you have to not point of impact, direction of target. That's when it'll know if it's 9 o'clock. I don't know if you're using the azimuth or the basically the clock, but that'll tell you if you're doing it right or not. Hopefully that helps. Did that answer? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That should be good enough for that one.
So
as long as recoil isn't an issue, I don't know why you'd switch. Yeah, I'm running 6 Creed. But maybe.
Is it harder to hit a 500-yard target with 22 or 1,000 yards with a 30 cal?
Shit, 22
Jeez.
all day long.
No question. There's no one that can refute this. I can put the most inexperienced person on a 30 cal and have them hit a 1,000-yard target,
probably the second
shooting
shot.
a 308. Let's say it's a really new shooter. Within 5 shots or less, I could have them on that steel. We're talking about just like a 10 by 10, 10 inch by 10 inch, 12 inch by 12 inch.
I've seen it happen.
You can take a dang good experienced shooter with a 500 yards.
500 yards, 22.
With a 22.
No joke.
And it's going to take
Especially
them quite a while.
Even a little breeze, that bullet's doing all sorts of fun.
Yeah, and the reason is, okay, so I don't know how much shooting you've done. Let me go back up here. He's lost the comments. Hold on. I can't even get, he left for a minute. So, Gabdor, basically, if you take a 6.5 Creedmoor at 1,000 yards, you're going to be somewhere, depending on the rifle, somewhere between 7.2 mils to 8 mils, okay? And what that means is how much you have to dial in elevation. If you go to 200 yards with a 22 or 300 yards, you're going to be dialing significantly more. When you're at 500, you've maxed out your turret and you're still holding in the reticle, and that's with a 40-minute of angle base. So it is significantly harder, and the wind is going to make it even that much more harder. Good question, though.
Even with 50 minutes of angle in your scope, I still have to dial like 2.5 at 500 yards.
All right. As long as recoil isn't an issue, I don't know why you'd switch. No, recoil is not an issue, but Ryan, like I said, big shout out to Proof. You know, they were nice enough to send me some barrels, and that one of them happened to be a 6-dasher that was a pre-fit for the AI. And so why not try it, especially when you hear all these guys talking about 6-dasher and this, that, and the other and everything. And it's like, well, let's go ahead and buy some dies, load it up, and see how we do. It is softer, but Creedmoor is pretty darn soft as well. Okay, so pursuit of accuracy. So on the high power comps, you can pick your own caliber, right? So true high power rifle competition, if it was like the old NRA high power, where you're shooting at 2 and 3 and 600 yards, positional shooting, back in those days, you could not shoot your own caliber. Things have changed quite a bit. You had to shoot a service grade rifle that aesthetically fell between certain parameters, like a Garand or an M1A1 or an AR-15. Did you just lose the chat?
No, keep going.
And it had to be either 30-06 in the Garand. You could rechamber to 308, and I think they allowed that, but it had to be 5.56, 30-06, or 308. If anybody's competing in high power now, correct me if I'm wrong on that, because like I said, a lot has changed.
Keep going.
All right, well, I can't read any chat, so
I
I don't
know.
have a clue. He doesn't even have the screen up right now, so I can't see a single thing.
It's going to be okay, buddy.
It's okay.
It's going to be okay. Look at that. It's all back.
All right. Well, now I can actually read. So
it jumped.
Yeah, it jumped big time.
Okay, hold on. Let's get back. Sergio Alexander's. You guys believe in UFOs? You know what? Who knows?
Good question. Has Mr. X-Ring ever thought about cliff climbing and PR shooting at the same time, hanging from ropes while holding targets? Or have you already done that? Okay, so kind of like Chris Way, I'm really big into rock climbing, huge. And do you guys remember the days of the HK commercials where guys were coming down the ropes and they got the
upside down,
the
Australian
MP5s
style?
doing Australian? And not most of their HK commercials, they just had the feet out. They're up against the building.
Yeah,
they always had the black rope. They had the.
I was trying to figure out what that noise was.
So I had to try that. So I've actually done that before.
They have matches you can go do stuff like that.
Really? We need to sign up for that. Oh, so somebody sent me a link to that Surviving Man TV competition that's getting ready to come out. It's all SWAT based and everything else. I actually submitted an entry to it, called Chris. He submitted an entry. We did it at the same time. And we were at Palmetto State Armory at the gathering. He goes, "Did you get your video in?" I was like, "Oh, crap." So I did a real quick, like a 10-second video. It might have been 15 seconds. Submitted it, but I guess I missed the cutoff. He's already made it on to the next stage. So hopefully he gets it.
Oh,
yeah.
dang
So,
it. That would have been cool.
Yeah. All right.
I can't believe you missed out on that.
I was busy.
Opportunity.
It's called work.
What is that?
It's the other way.
So,
All right.
let's see. Mr. X did that one. I wouldn't kill me to spin that. If you're on the Accurate Shooter forum, look up. He has 1,007.
Kirkster, this is for you, Rick. You missed the chat last night, but this question came up about the Kestrel HUD, but he owns one. So here we go.
Kirkster 131. Depending on what you are trying to do with the HUD system, I had purchased the HUD system as a way to utilize it as kind of a dope card for PRS style matches before I really knew anything about PRS matches. And it came up short. So I thought it'd be cool because it would have a timer, give me an idea of all this and that. And I come to find out that in order to make that work, like there's bonuses. So like if you were hunting, and you already had your range card built into it, and you basically ranged, say, a deer or something, and it said 350 yards, you could go to your range card, and then you would be right on. When you're trying to use it in a PRS style event or like a blind stages kind of like team sniper tactical kind of competitions, it doesn't work because you don't have time to input all that information. Can it work for certain aspects like what I talked about earlier? Yeah, it'd probably work great. On the other hand, trying to cram a bunch of data into it right before you get up for a stage, I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it beneficial and work for me. So at the end of the day, I wouldn't buy one if that's what you're trying to do. There's many better ways of.
And I second that.
Utilizing something as simple as the Hawk Hills custom data card, where you're going to write your stages down just for that stage. And depending on how you do it, everybody has their own little way of doing it. But I basically put the closest targets towards the bottom and the farthest ones up on the card. And then that way, as I'm engaging targets, I can look at that easy access. I don't have to worry about running out of batteries. I don't have to worry about it not talking to the Kestrel. So kind of going back to more of a simple thing, actually.
Kiss.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Jerry Parker said Hank Strange gave us a shout out tonight on his chat. Said he liked the R2K9 suppressor.
Awesome.
We actually we've been on his chats before. We've met him before,
Yeah.
and he came out to the gathering and got to spend some time with it firsthand. And like everybody said, this thing's insanely quiet.
We're on his video.
Are we?
Yeah. Oh, you haven't seen the video? Yeah.
No, I haven't. Seen it.
Corey did like a good 3/4 of it, and then it has me when we were shooting it.
Yeah. So Talking Rock says how power is still the same, so you're not going to be able to choose your caliber. Now, maybe a match director is like, it's a local match, no big deal. You want to shoot your 22, but it's not high power, so that's like not even possible.
22 Magnum.
High power.
22 Magnum.
All right.
Fast roping while in PRS mode, hardcore.
So +5. So that would be the speed of the bullet, say 2,800 feet per second, how fast the target is moving. I guess we missed something up there. But anyway, it's all right. Fast roping targets while in PRS mode, hardcore. Abigail says, my friend who are separated by cities. I'm in Jacksonville. She's in Tallahassee. We both saw the same light with tentacles by the moon. Like we were both seeing the same thing. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, who's to say there isn't something?
Oh, X-ring. What is your preferred knot to tie when Rick's climbing?
Slip knot.
The Yosemite bowline, Scott's locked bowline, figure 8 knot, or other type of knot. Okay, so Rick's never been rock climbing with me.
I've been rock climbing.
I've done a lot of it. We always tie in figure 8 on a follow through. We rarely use a figure 8 with a carabiner. We do that occasionally, but that's not going to be on any type of lead climb. That's going to be sport climbing, or excuse me, yeah, that's going to be top roping. Top roping, it's okay to do that, but if you're going to be doing any type of lead, trad, or anything, you definitely want to tie into your harness, not just use a carabiner on a figure 8. Actually, figure 8 follow through, finish off the top, and you're good to go. Plenty of tail.
That's it. Buddy D, carpal tunnel, and
that's actually it. I think he's actually testing me there, because that should be the correct answer always. Figure 8.
Yeah, the family of 8s is probably one of the best family of knots. The Bolins, all the Bolin crap, that stuff, you lose a lot of your rope percentage when you start tying Bolins. Though easy to
no, they're very versatile, yeah, and the Bolins are good. There are some rescue, basically setups that you can use using a Bolin where it's not going to tighten on the person. There's a time and place for it, but for climbing, it's going to be a figure 8.
You're not going to use that
through. All right.
Next.
Whoa, we just skipped a bunch. Just skipped a ton.
250 to be practical. 250. Arm coach and painter's tape.
Yeah, Marcus Parker. I do own the E-Dope, and I actually love it. I've been shooting it for, I've had that for probably 8-9 months now, and it is great, especially when the match director sends you the match the night before for the stages for PRS or even rimfire, and you can go ahead and put all the stages in there with all the yardages. The only unknown would be the dope that you take at the match. If you're not sure and you don't want to find yourself in a hurry, you could put the dope for that evening. Remember, it might change, but you can have all the stages preloaded in there. When you're done, go stage 2, spin up your Kestrel, put your numbers in, done, finished.
Yeah,
It works well, and it does work with Apple, and it does work with Android.
Even with the linked with the SIG BDX, Kirkster, if we're still on the HUD thing, running the SIGs, the BDX 3000s with the Kestrel, it works and it gives you your holds or dial. But I had some that, where were we at? The last one, Tennessee, and I was having issues communicating. I don't know if like I have this on a thing where it like turns off as a battery saver too fast.
We'll change it.
But by the time I'd get up, I'd be like, bing, and I'd be like, shit, thing's not talking. So then it was a matter of just guessing my way through it. But that's just a matter of putting more time and energy into training with your tools.
DW don't believe in aliens, Bigfoot, Lockheed monsters, and I can't read the rest. He's behind the blue. Jackalopes, and he'll be fine.
Rick and Ray. You should try that.
Riflecraft, the one that Chris puts out.
Oh, yeah, that test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it.
We got a lot of stuff. We're supposed to shoot the quarter. We never did that. We just didn't have time.
Oh, ambush shooting technique.
Technique, unhold your reticle on your mover when he's running into the direction of bullseye in front of. So we back in.
Hangman's noose. That was the right answer.
Hangman's noose, yeah. Do you explore caves?
Any chance I get.
Yeah.
I'll see.
Those little cave crickets start jumping around and he gets a little freaked out. Shooting up or down depending on elevation changes, dope versus holding left. That's inside 4 yards. Never did it over that.
Wing nut uses a hitch knot.
Yeah, there's a ton of great knot trees. Or
no, it has a back knot.
See, in the fire service, we were required to basically set the family of 8s and quite a few hitches, but not a ton.
Yeah.
Don't they come loose wing nut? Not if it has a back knot.
John says, "What time
I don't
are we
use
shooting tomorrow?"
I don't know. I don't know what we got planned
All right.
for tomorrow.
I have to go in for a little while.
What time are we shooting tomorrow?
But after that, I think I'm going to be free.
Could do some training then.
Either that, or if Kreiderman does that and we do some training, then we can always go to the driving range for about 45 minutes.
I knew you were going to say that. Golf, hit a little golf.
Telling you.
I will be there at 1.
Do you guys ever use a sling? Yes. Depending on the match, yes. But in most PRS matches, no.
This next one you might want to.
If it's positional and they allow it, absolutely take one. So, Ryan, when we shot the Yemisi match, they had a positional stage where they allowed a sling. And I already had a Turner saddlery already rigged up, already had my arm positions marked, and I freaking smoked that stage. I think I had the high on that.
We need to practice that.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
so a sling will be helpful. If you're going to shoot any type of ruck style match, definitely take a sling with you because there's times you're going to want to hang your rifle. If you've got a pack, sometimes you don't always want to throw it in there. Yeah, so yeah, slings are great.
6 Creed.
I use a VTAC sling almost exclusively.
I think I lost my freaking.
He has a Blue Force gear or
Force
something. You like those?
I don't know where it's at though. Gone.
He said, "I'll be there at 1." So, okay, where are you going to be, Kreiderman?
Your house.
6 Creeder. I do religiously 2. So he does the mandrels for reloading.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, so that's exactly what he's asking. What kind of sling would you use? Your thoughts on good old leather military sling. So that's exactly what I was talking about with the Turner saddlery sling. Okay, it's a double claw, and if you've done a lot of positional shooting or any NRA high power rifle shooting, you can usually tell those shooters because you'll have a pin, a ballpoint pin marking what your seat position is going to be, what your prone position is going to be. It is the best way for non-contact on the ground to support a rifle.
Well, I guess we're not going to need to practice.
You're going to do one wrap, and that's pretty much it. So those are going to be the best. I wouldn't use a Turner saddlery for a ruck style match. It's not really suited for that, but for positional stuff, it's hard to beat it. All right.
You think there's going to
be? He's going to be at VOD at 1 o'clock.
Oh, at VOD. Gotcha.
Yeah, Ryan Berg says he likes the VTAC as well.
Lance Hawley, I'm not familiar with the 5-20. I would shoot the 4.5 to 27.
I am very familiar with that rifle scope, Lance, and believe it or not, it's actually a good rifle scope. I guess the negative to it, if it's an older one, the 35 millimeter tube. I mean, I used those quite a bit for a little while. I didn't even have a YouTube back then, but it had a shim system for the zero stop that was an absolute royal pain in the butt. But the glass clarity was good. It was a good optic. I probably shouldn't have sold the ones that I had because those were good. Those were good to have around. They were good scopes. So you could use it at a match.
I watched video.
And how to attach a 2-point sling?
You got it all screwed up. Yeah, it's all practice. K&M stuff. Cut out half.
Turner for the money. I've had one for 22 years. Yeah, I've got some that are at least that old.
Yeah, we need one more thumbs up, everybody. If you haven't
100 viewers.
If you haven't
one more thumbs up.
If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, definitely give us a there it is.
There it is.
Nice. Awesome. That's pretty cool.
So the Turner slings become kind of an extension of you because when you get them, they're rock hard. You got to break them in.
That's the old leather ones with the holes, right?
Yeah, with the holes.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of those, and some, I mean, I've been competing with for a long time, and those really do have personalities.
Do you keep them waxed up so they don't dry out?
I haven't waxed them in forever, but once you get to a certain point,
you're gonna go to use it, it's going.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. You put a lot of tension on it too.
Yeah,
a lot.
Well, that's kind of what makes those so nice, right? Yeah. I got your text, Josh.
Who's gotten into neck turning? I've never done any neck turning of any brass. Six Creeder says he does.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on how far down the rabbit hole you really want to go.
Thanks, Joe Combs. I appreciate it. That was a great rifle.
Have you? Do you see much difference, Six Creeder, spending the time to turn the necks? Like, is it worthwhile? I would assume you're going to say yeah, because you do it.
This is going to be my question, though, Rick, and I think you're headed down that path.
Yeah.
So, Charles, you said you have a rifle that shoots sub-half MOA. What is neck turning going to gain you?
Maybe that's what's getting him there, though.
No. Charles is the one to ask the question because he doesn't neck turn.
Oh,
Six Creeder does.
Okay, yeah.
If all it's doing is taking your half MOA rifle and turning it into a quarter MOA rifle, which is quite a bit.
But for PRS, it's really not.
But what's it going to gain? I'm just trying to figure it out because it seems, a lot of guys do neck turn. Now, if you're trying to shoot the tightest, teeniest groups.
Or you're shooting Ventress and
F-class, I see it. But for a PRS style shooter, I just don't want to know what
I'd rather go spend that time on positional shooting.
Yeah.
Be surprised even with Lapua brass. Oh, okay.
And Charles Tiffy says, me either. Never seen the benefit with quality brass like Lapua. Hitches are for tree work where you're not actually falling long distances. Lead falls you want. Okay, so guys, if you don't know, Orson is an arborist. And so, yeah, and I've taken some big falls, where I've had to hit my head. No, I've taken some big falls where I've had to retire the rope and you start figuring out fall factor and all that. So Orson's exactly right. If you're lead climbing, especially if you're trad and let's say some pro breaks out, if you're, think about it, guys, if you've never done any rock climbing, if you're 15 feet above your last anchor, let's say it's a run out. Okay. Well, if you fall, you're going to fall 30. 15 plus the other 15, plus you're going to have stretch in the rope. And hopefully you don't.
And you're hoping this pro doesn't pop.
Yeah, and you're hoping that doesn't leave or pop out on you. So, yeah. So for anything we've ever done, it's always been figure eight with a follow through. Yeah. So Joe Combs, nothing. No gain in PRS. Exactly. Unless you like reloading. I don't like reloading.
I like shooting.
You don't like reloading either, do you?
I don't. Fact is, because we shot yesterday at center fires, I'm looking at my stuff and I'm like, I like 22.
So
I'm like, I want to just shoot 22 long rifle.
So a little bit of backstory about that rifle that I reviewed. I had no 6-dasher ammo because I had shot some and didn't have any. I had 200 pieces of Alpha Munitions brass. So I get up. I'm like, man, if I want to go shoot, Matt's on the way already. He's already coming up the road. I said, I'm gonna have to get some dasher done. I mean, I had just rolled out of bed. For lack of a better word, I was probably in my underwear with no shirt on, just sizing brass as fast as I could. And then I was dumping powder as fast as I could. I got 50
You know
rounds.
what kind of horrible picture you just gave all our viewers?
Yeah, but they have to imagine. So
you don't
anyway,
want to imagine.
Yeah, that Asian kid in there, what's he doing? All right. So got them all loaded up. They were perfect rounds.
You thought that shit was a slot machine?
I did. I was like,
oh, yeah.
It's a $5 slot machine. What the? All right. That was funny.
Yeah, we're being racist. Just
no, so you know. I'm part Asian. That's not racist.
I'm being racist.
Yeah, you are.
I got a green light though. He gave me a green light. That's bench rest for a couple of seasons. Yeah, see if you're into the bench rest kind of stuff, that makes total sense.
See, Charles, you know, if you're he has single digit, extreme spread, and standard deviation. Same here. And I don't use a mandrel, but I mean, if I've already got single, what am I trying to go for? Now I know Eagle Eye has loaded to some ones. I've never. Ones are rare. Okay,
That's
typically,
like rare.
Yeah, that's like stupid rare. I have loaded to 2s consistently when I want to take the time, and never had the neck turn. So I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what you're gaining. I mean, I understand you can get your neck tension, you know, more uniform on the neck thickness and everything else.
Yeah, tension around there.
But I mean, if I'm not needing to do it and I'm using lipo or brass,
just shoot the damn thing.
Yeah, pull the trigger, go bang.
Yeah, only Marcus just uses it to call it done. He said.
Yeah, a lot of guys reloading.
It does make it more uniform.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Lapua brass is good, but still is not perfect.
Correct.
Hornady brass is terribly bad.
Necks are usually bad on Lapua right out of the box.
Hornady brass is terribly thin compared to Lapua.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, even when you go from Hornady to Starline brass, you can feel the difference as you're basically resizing.
Yeah. No more questions.
No more. All right. Well, we've been here 2 hours, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages.
I just wanted to come by and show the MRAD.
That's right. All right. Technically, it's.
So if you came late, review coming up on the Barrett MRAD.
Blip. There goes
Shorty.
Short rifles got no reason. All right. So you guys have a great night. Hopefully we answered everybody's questions out there. With that said, we'll probably see you soon. John Kreideman is going to be at VOD tomorrow. So if you want autographs from John Kreideman, head on over there. But other than that, I think we're done for the night. You guys take care. Stay safe. Anything you want to say?
I enjoyed seeing everyone. Thanks for joining in.
Oh, there you go.
I never saw them.
Yeah, you did. You saw their names out there.
Saw their names.
That's right. You guys take care. Great job tonight. All right, we're gone.
We win.